Hey guys, welcome back to another amazing episode of Pillars in the Shop. As you can see from the first part of the video, I'm making some Christmas stuff. Making out of scrap wood, real simple, real easy stuff to do. And I was going to bring you along to show you how I'm doing it. Real simple. Anybody can do it. I'll try to keep it short and entertaining. But anyway, sitting here, I'm making it longer by rattling off. So let me show you what I'm doing. I got them all marked so you guys can see the sizes and where they go. All right, you can see the 4.5 inch is going to be the base. 4 1/4 is going to be the bottom. 3 5/8 will be the middle. 3 inch will be the head or top. The 1.5 inch is the brim on the hat, and the 1 inch is the crown. But I'll show you how I'm going to drill them. I'm doing no saws. I'm going to put them on a drill press. I'll drill 1 hole or so. It would bore me to tears to watch somebody drill 1, 2, 3, 6 holes, with a drill press through wood. All right, this is the wood I'm going to be using. It's pallet wood. I'm going to repurpose it for this. The wood looks fine, but it is somewhat warped. And it makes it very difficult to use it for other projects. But it'll be great for just drilling holes in. You'll never know the wood was warped. It'll work just fine. I'll try to do it and avoid the nail holes. And you'll never know it was pallet wood. Once I paint it up and we decorate them and everything. The one thing I did want to make sure I showed you was this right here. Now, I can't tell you what all the numbers mean and all that, but the HT is important. HT means that the wood has been heat treated. Now, there's several different ways to, can we back up to heat treat the wood to kill any bugs that might be living in the wood, or bug larvae, or bug eggs, or anything like that. And there's several different ways to treat the wood. They can treat it with heat, and some of them treat it with chemicals. Now, I wouldn't want wood in my house that's been chemically treated. Heat treating's fine, but not chemicals and all that. And the reason why they treat it at all is because these wood, these pallets travel all over the country, and maybe even overseas, whatever. In other states and other countries, including the United States, don't want wood coming in with critters in it. They don't want bringing in some sort of wood-borne bug that destroy all our trees or anything like that. So it has to be treated one way or another, heat treated, chemical treated, or something, before it can leave the plant that built it, the processing plant that built the pallets. So that's good to know. Look for HT at least, and that means heat treated. There may be other ways that they identify heat treatment. You can do a Google search on it, pallet wood treatment, heat treatment, or whatever. And you should find a website to tell you and explain all about it. All right, so much for that. Now, let's get some holes drilled. All right, I have the biggest hole sawn around a 4.5 inch. That's the one I drill the base with. So let's get it drilled. We'll show you how I'm doing it. It's the only one I'm really going to show you, because the only difference in the other ones would be just the size of the hole saw. So I'll let you need to sit there and watch. It'll be pretty boring. Sit there, watch me drill holes. I'm gonna drill this one, and then once I get the rest of them drilled, we'll see if we can't figure out how to put them together. When you want to drill it, you want to start it pretty slow. You're probably gonna want to walk a little bit. There you go. You see what I need to do, what I didn't do. I need to tighten this a little. Tightening that to keep my vise from moving back and forth like this. I'm not sure why it does that. why it's stopping is because it's belt drive and the belt is slipping. But I'm not hardly pushing on it, so I'm not real sure why. Maybe my belt's got old and it's slipping real bad because the thing got old. This thing's got to be 20 years old. Original belt. All right. I think we got through it. Took a while. Made a lot of noise. Did a lot of rattling. But there we go. We're through it with the first one. So I got about 5 more of them to do. And when I get those done, those other small ones, then we'll see about putting one together. See you in a little bit. All right, guys. So I opened up my drill press. This actually, if I've opened it up before, it's been a long time ago. I wanted to see what was going on in here. And looking at the belt looks good. So it's not the belt. That don't surprise me because I've not used it a whole lot all the years I've had it. And it was set on 540 RPM, the very lowest one. I come over and looking at the wood, it shows all the different settings from 3/8 to half inch, 3/8 thick wood, 3600 RPM, half inch. Let me get this trash off of here. Yeah, that was grease. Half inch, 2610. So that's what I did. I moved it to 2610 and tried it. Scared the hell out of me. It was just way too fast. And that's way over here. That's this one right here. So that's damn near at the top right there. So I moved it over to 880 and tried it. Tightened the belt up. The belt was real loose. And this is where you tighten it up at. Simply just loosen one of these on each side. Take crowbar in there. It's like tightening up any belt on the car, ordinary any belt like that. Tighten it up, tighten up the little red set knobs there. Try it again. It did a little better, but not like I would like for it to. So what I really think it is, I'm gonna check, and you probably already know that. Sorry about the camera work again. But it's most likely not the right kind of hole saws. Most likely those are for metal, and I'm trying to cut wood with them. And I'm going to keep cutting wood in for right now. Wood's not going to dull them, but it might chatter a little bit and be a little slow. And I may have to look into investing some wood hole saws, wood hole saws, easy for you to say, if I'm going to keep doing stuff like this. All right, to get back to drilling holes. All right, guys, let's see if we can get one of these things made. Of course, I don't have to do anything with the bottom because it's the base. There's nothing to cut off. But I am going to have to do the work on the bottom, middle, and head of the body of the snowman. So, basically what I'm doing, I don't have to do it to the hat and the brim, but because of this, I'm going to lay it on top of here, pretty much line all this up where it feels pretty even. Just like that. Make a mark here, a mark there. This for the bottom. I'm going to do that for the next two pieces, the middle and the top. I'll wait till after I get these cut with the chop saw, and then I'll take the roller tool and I will buff them up, get all that rough and soft on both sides. Okay. All right on here. Let's get these cut. Watch your ears. Right. That should be all we need as far as sawing. Let me push this back out. So let's see if this thing's going to work as we hoped it was. Bottom. Let's say it like this. Middle. brim of that hat. It's pretty close. It may be just a little hat in the center. So that's what it looks like. That's not too bad at all. Everything matched up pretty close. It's a little off, but you know what I said before, and I'm sure y'all have heard it, is that if you want it perfect, go get it from Hobby Lobby. It's about as good as it's going to get here in this shop. And it's not too bad. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up my roto tool and smooth all these edges up. So you guys don't have to suffer through that, but I'm going to get that done and I'll be right back and we'll figure out how we're going to attach them all together. All right, new idea. Take two. Golly, I gotta work on this glue. That should hold it. That looks pretty good. So we'll give that about 30 minutes to let it dry. My daughter bought me a set of countersink bits. And I'm gonna countersink the crown of the hat just a little bit because I'm gonna run a screw through the crown and through the rim into the top, the head, I guess, of the snowman. If I don't, I'm afraid this will get broke off pretty easily. So that way I can put a little glue on it, run a screw in it, and if I countersink it, paint it, then we'll paint the hat black and the screw's gonna be black. So that probably worked pretty good. About right. One I want to use, I can't get out. Use a pocket knife. I used to have a lot of people get on me about pocket knives. The reason why for me, many people don't agree with it, and that's fine. I fully understand it. But I consider a pocket knife a tool. That's all it is. So I carry this for a weapon. I guess if I was pretty desperate, that's what I use it for. But really, it's just for stuff like this when I'm working around here, and it's a tool. And most pocket knives only last me 4 or 5 years. I end up breaking all the tips off. So I don't have a problem using them for a screwdriver. I don't have a problem using them for a hammer. I've had some pretty good pocket knives given to me too, but I've never had that feeling about pocket knives that they were sacred. You know, it's just a tool. To me, it's not much difference between a pocket knife and a hammer or screwdriver. So anyway, I'll quit babbling. I'm gonna take this over to my vise real quick. I'm not gonna move on my cameras to show you all this. And I'm gonna hollow out that hole just a little bit, kind of stick it. So I put the screw in there. It won't be showing above the crown of the hat. That's how quick that is. Of course, those things are brand new. They're pretty sharp. That cat I was telling you about, right there, right there. See? Now you can't see it. Actually, I went a little deep. I went about twice as deep as I needed to go. But you won't see the screw. Now I will do that too because on the base, I'm gonna run 2 screws up the base on the bottom into the bottom of the snowman. So I will countersink them as well, because if I don't, the screw head is going to stick out just a little bit, and this thing's going to rock just a little bit. These are handy little deals there. I like them. So you did me right about that. These are pretty short. No, yeah, I'm not showing you very good, but it's kind of hard to do it so short. But they work great for this right here. So I'm gonna let the glue set a little bit longer. Then we'll come back and we'll probably go ahead. What I'm gonna do on the back of this, on the back side, I'm gonna take a thin piece. I had a piece right here, for example. A thin piece, and what this is, that is, we did some lattice work a while back. I took the scrap and I tore it apart. Didn't need the lattice work, and these little pieces of wood are perfect for something like this. So see, I'll take it on the back side, glue it, and put some small brad nails in it, and that'll help hold this up, hold this together even better. We're getting there, guys. Okay, guys, I got them all painted up. Now it's just a matter of putting the decorations on them. Let me show them to you. All right, you can see they're painted. I painted them white, and I just set the hat up on top of this one. It's not screwed on there yet. So I'm gonna drill a pilot hole right there in the top and run a screw. Remember I showed you earlier that the hats and the brim have a hole through them. And I'll run a screw down there through the middle of it into the head of the snowman. That should secure the hat on it and it shouldn't fall off. Then it's just a matter of decorating them up a little bit. As you see, I've already been playing around with this, and I made a little scarf, and I'm using this material right here. I picked all this all up at a garage sale for just a couple bucks. So I'm going to decorate them like that, and then I'm going to turn them over to my wife, and she will paint the faces on there and the buttons down the front or whatever. When you get that done, I'll show them to you, the final product. Stand by.